Okay, let's check out a nice short lesson. Tomorrow is going to be challenging. Tomorrow will be difficult, okay? Today is kind of the last piece we put together where there's this easy application. And we are going to talk about the area of a triangle. Does anybody remember the formula to find an area or area of a triangle? Area is equal to what? 1/2 times the base times the height. And it's that way because the area of a rectangle is base times height, but a triangle is just half of that rectangle, right? So it's no big deal. Well, what if you have a triangle that doesn't have a 90-degree side to it, okay? It's no 90-degree angle, and so we'll call this angle A, call this angle B, we'll call this angle C. Because there is no right angle, I will make one, and I'll call that H. Now, as you can see, the base of the triangle has what length? What would we call that length? What's its opposite angle? C. So this side over here is A, and this side over here is B. So now I have area is equal to 1/2 times length C times the height. But I probably wouldn't be given that height in most triangles. So we want to insert something else. If I have angle A, is H the hypotenuse, the adjacent, or the opposite? It is the opposite. And side B, is that the opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse? It is the hypotenuse. So which trig function, sine, cosine, or tangent, has to do with the opposite and the hypotenuse? Sine. So I'm going to write an expression, sine of angle A is equal to, what's the opposite side of angle A? H, divided by, what is the hypotenuse? B. Can I solve for H? Just multiply both sides by B. And I get B sine of A is equal to H. So now I can substitute that in. And I get the area is equal to 1/2 times side C times side B times the sine of angle A. Here's what happens. This is the most important point for you to focus on today. Notice, if you have angle A, then you're going to also use side B, and you're also going to use side C. Okay, so you can see the area is equal to 1/2 times side B times side C times the sine of angle A. If you chose to use angle B, you would then use side A and side C. And your area formula would be 1/2 times side A times side C times the sine of angle B. Suppose you chose to use angle C. Then you would use side A and you would use side B. And you would have area is equal to 1/2 times A times B times the sine of angle C. So flip to the very back of your notes. You have that big sheet that has a whole bunch of stuff written on it, okay? And right now you can see that on that very last page, you can see that there's a couple important pieces that are there. Number one, we'll talk about this decision tree and deciding whether we have one solution or two solutions or no solutions. And that's really something we're going to get into tomorrow. But today, what you are learning is that, number one, you've already learned how to use the law of sines. Sine of A over A is sine of B over B is sine of C over C. But now today, you're learning the area of a triangle formula. And it's really, really easy. But here's the deal. Stop thinking about A, B, and C when you do this formula, and just think about the principle of what we're doing. So flip back to your notes, and let's see how this plays out. It says, find the area of the following triangles given the information. So I draw angle A, angle B, and angle C. Angle A is 75 degrees. Side B is 12. Side C is 15. I don't know side A. Here's all you have to do. Forget about the A, B, and C. If you're given a side angle side situation, which means two sides, and then do you have the angle between the two sides? Yes. So all you have to do is say the area is equal to 1/2 times both sides, 12 times 15, then times the sine of the included angle. That's it. Take out my calculator. Go back to, I'm working in radians right now because I was in a different class. Now I'm in degrees. 0.5 times 12 times 15 times the sine of 75. I get 86.93. We'll round to the 100th. Again, the next one. You have A, B, and C. Angle C is 43 degrees. Side B is 9. Side A is 20. We don't know angle C. I don't care about A, B, and C and looking at the formula. What I care about this. Am I given side angle side? First of all, do you have two sides? Yeah, you have 20 and you have 9. Do you have the angle between those two sides? Yes. So therefore, all I do is area is equal to 1/2 times 9 times 20 times the sine of 43 degrees. $61.38. Take out your worksheet. We turn to your assignment. Should look like this. Okay. We have angle A is 85 degrees. Whoa. We have angle B is 32 degrees. What did you get for angle C? What? 63? We had side B was 20. What did we come up with for side A? There's 7.6. And for side C? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to construct the triangle as we had it written down. We'll call this A, B, and C. I have angle A was 85. I'm I'm going to write all these pieces in. Angle C was 63. Angle B was 32. And I'm going to write the sides. Side A was 37.6. Side C was 33.7. And side B was 20. This group right here, you guys right here, you guys are going to all calculate the area, and you are going to use those three. This group right here, you guys are going to calculate the area, and you guys are going to use those three. You guys all over here, you guys are going to calculate the area, and you guys are going to use those three. It doesn't matter which set you choose, so long as you choose a side, an angle, and a side. So do your formula, 1/2 times both sides times the sine of the included angle, and make sure that we all come up with the same answer. Give you guys 30 seconds to type that in. In the meantime, I'll draw this one out. Okay, right here in the red, what'd you guys get? Blue in the middle here, we get 335.72. Yeah? Okay, let's try it. Okay, all right, so if we do the blue, we got 33.7 times 37.6 times 0.5 times the sine of 32. And you can see that we get, oh, you did the green. Okay, that's fine. If we try the green, 0.5 times 37.6 times 20 times the sine of 63. And we get 335.02. Can somebody tell me why we were maybe just a little bit off? Yeah. We were rounding the lengths of the sides, weren't we? So you might not be exact, but that's why we try to round to the nearest hundredth. As you can see, we wrote these to the 10th. Try to round the nearest hundredth, and hopefully our areas will be the same. My point is that you could choose any of the three, and you will come up with the right answer. You got that? We do one more, okay? Now, anybody have this side to the nearest hundredth? 7, 10, and how about this side to the nearest hundredth? Length B. You have it written down? We did the problem in class. Somebody should have it. 14.29. Okay, how about angle B? 113.26. And angle C? Point what? 7.4. Okay, this time, this group over here, I want you guys to do the red. See what you come up with. In the middle, I want you guys to do the blue. And you guys off to this side, I want you to do the green. And see what you come up with for areas. Okay, quick type it in. Let's make sure we all get the same thing. Red group, when you got an answer, let me know. $32.15 in the middle. And this group, same thing. So you can see that when we round to the 100th, normally we're going to come out much more exact. So what's your assignment today? Your assignment is to calculate the area of the shapes that you've already done. If you look at the answer key up here, I have these area pieces listed. So all you have to do is go through and calculate the area. Now, if you're not done with this sheet, you're not going to have any problem now. You're not going to have any problem being able to go through it and take some extra time to figure it out. But, folks, this is this worksheet right here. I will say this is the most basic part of your next test. If we can't do this worksheet, trust me, the test is going to be a disaster. We have to be able to use the law of science for basic problems. Now, we are reaching that point of the year where things are getting busy, and I would say procrastination is starting to get high. Time to try to buckle down, folks, because starting tomorrow, it's going to get significantly more complex, okay? So, all right, it's your time to work. You got a full half hour. Go to work.